let's bring Mark in.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I like your show a lot. It's a new good show, and 1410 just keeps bringing up good stuff, and I listen to it all day pretty much.
Oh, good. Thank you. We'll tell the station manager that. Yeah, there's another one.
And maybe he'll give us a big raise.
Yeah, right. We can get out of the mess we're in. Hey, well, you're right. If you start taxing all the rich and business owners and people that are working their butts off to make money, who's going to pay the taxes? A guy sitting on his butt over in a corner collecting welfare?
Once again, the problem with socialism is eventually you run out of other people's money.
The ham is gone. Let's put it that way. We've been cutting little pieces off it, and it's gone now. And they're looking for more of the ham, and it's not there. You gotta do something where you just make it where everybody pays. If you're out of work and you've been on welfare and you collected it for a couple of years, you're done. Get them off it. If you're on unemployment for 2 years, you're done. Cap it.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Mark. You brought up unemployment. Do you know anyone personally who's actually said to you, "Hey, I could have took this job, but when you figure out what it would cost me for daycare and transportation, I made more money staying home than taking that job"? Have you personally heard anyone say anything like that?
I have tons of construction friends like that.
They're
prima donnas. If they're a plumber, electrician, I'm not trying to be mean. I think they're great that they worked hard to get that. But you don't get that easy. But they're starting to hand it out easy to people, and I won't get into that. It's a whole other story. But yeah, they want to make $60 an hour.
Hey, you know what? As long as you guys brought that up, you know that if you're in a union, you don't have to go out and look for a job. You can just go to your union hall, and if your union hall says there's no work, you don't have to go out and look for work.
And believe me, there is no real work.
No, but that's a point, though. It's a point, though. You don't have to go and look for a job.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. These guys won't do stuff unless they're making the kind of money they were doing. Because I know a guy that did some work for me that was off. It was a carpenter. He was charging me $60 an hour. I said, "You're out of your mind." I said, "I'm not going to pay that." It's because they get such a mindset. They don't believe the gold rush is over. It's over, guys. It's done.
I had a guy call me once. He was a carpenter, and he says, "I get $40 an hour, but I'm just going to charge you $35 an hour cash, and I'm doing you a favor." And I started laughing. I thought that was one of the funniest calls I ever took.
No, they won't do it for 20. I said, "I'll give you 20
cash."
And they won't do it because they're prima donnas. I'm sure guys are going to hate me. Whatever. I look at it like this, and I just got to tell you, you guys brought up the stock market earlier. When have you ever seen gold up at the same time the stock market's been up? Never. I'll give you the answer. It's been never.
What's gold? 1,400 now?
Yeah, but it's been going up when the stock market's been going up too.
No.
When it was 11,500.
Oh yeah, okay.
Never gone up the same time. It's always been down.
People are scared. I mean, there's no money out there.
There really isn't. There really isn't. If you want to go get a loan, good luck. Your house means nothing to you no more. Used to mean something. You worked hard in this country.
Yeah, I know that. I know. And the lines of credit I had, because I didn't use them, they were canceled.
Yeah, but was it you that was talking about the business? I'm sorry. I know you guys.
Paul, this is Tim. That was Paul.
Tim was it? All right. Tim worked hard to get where he's getting.
Yeah.
He didn't go to the government and say, "Can you help me out with this?"
No, I never even got an SBA loan.
No,
did you ever get an SBA loan?
No, actually, the only time I've ever gone for any benefits is when I was starting my business. I had like 2 months in between when I was opening my doors and when I had left my job, and I went to get unemployment, and they told me I wasn't eligible for unemployment because I was not willing to take a job somewhere else in that 2-month interim.
Yeah.
So you never did that?
No, so I've never gotten any benefit from the government.
Right, you guys worked hard. You had to pay off whatever loans or whatever you had to put into it, working nights. Do you think someone gave me my house? I had to work my butt off to get my house. So now they gave houses to millions of people, and now they can't afford them, which they never could in the first place. And now they want us to bail them out. Right now they've stopped almost all the foreclosures, is what I'm reading. Maybe I'm wrong. But I know they've stopped a lot of them.
Certain banks did, certain banks.
Yeah, so I don't want to pay for their house. Go out and work every single... And I know it's hard now, but that's not my problem. You had a chance. You sat for 20 years if you didn't do anything, and there was tons of money to be had out there.
Mark, you know where this all started? This all started when they started giving every kid a trophy, even when they were losers.
Yeah, my son goes and hits 9 home runs, right? At 8 years old. Get this, 8 years old. He went 155 feet. There was people looking at me like when I was cheering, like, "You shouldn't cheer like that, Little Johnny, my boy, can't hurt. And
well, and then you were hurting Mark, you were one of those people who was hurting the pitcher's feelings.
Yeah, well, screw. I don't give a crap. I told my son hit more.
Nothing more than
You remember Meet the Flockers, where Robert De Niro's looking at Ben Stiller's? And he says, "Oh, 9th place." He goes, "You got a 9th place ribbon?" I didn't know they give ribbons for 9th place.
I love that movie. Yeah.
Well, but that's really what's going on. It's like if you don't, you said about giving houses away. I remember the first time I bought a house. This goes back quite a few years. I had to write tons of letters, explain everything on my credit report. I had to have the right debt to income ratio,
that's not the whole
all
problem.
this stuff. But it's that whole symptom of everyone has to be given every opportunity and fairly because everyone's got to feel good. It's all zenny and happiness and utopia. Well, you know what? Life ain't utopia. No, life is you work hard, you have your ups, your downs, and you know what? You pull your own self up by your own bootstraps, and you don't look for somebody else to do it. Oh, now I'm crying. Dave, don't make me jump over there.
But see, that's my whole point. If gold wouldn't be worth that much if everybody had tons of millions of gold sitting in their pockets. It's worth something.
Well, if Russia ever opened up the diamond mines, diamonds would be worthless.
Well, yeah, right, because there's a lot of you're right. In Africa, I think there's a lot of all I know is that I don't know how you get out of this mess. All I know is that I was eating popcorn while they were eating caviar. and I'm tired of it. I don't want to get involved in it.
Don't knock popcorn.
Yeah, I'll pay the taxes for the fire department and of course, the schools, which I think waste so much money.
Public safety and education. Thank you.
And I don't want to give no more. If you're in the street, I feel bad for you, but I'll tell you what, then you were partying and having a good time, and you weren't thinking about your kids. That's your problem. I wasn't acting like that.
Preaching to the choir. Hey, Mark, we're going to let you go.
You guys are great, man.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Thanks so much for calling.